I can't believe I'm actually having to say this in 2025, but if you as a personal trainer is only charging $60 an hour, then don't be surprised if you get burnt out and end up out of a career in a couple years. For context, last week on Threads, somebody had posted something along the lines of what they thought was unaffordable personal training, and that was actually very reasonably priced. I chimed in respectfully and let them know what the typical cost of a personal trainer is, depending on the area that you're in, of course, and it's typically $100 to $150 an hour. Now, out of the nearly 5,000 people that saw my reply, a lot of them agreed with me. Some didn't, but most of them did. Now, one person replied to me with this, basically implying that you're getting screwed if you're paying more than $60 an hour, and I disagree. He tried to have a respectful exchange. He was kind of rude throughout the entire time, which might explain why he only thinks he's worth $60 an hour, but here's my take. When you go to a personal trainer, you're looking for some type of body transformation, whether it's losing weight, gaining muscle, getting out of pain, whatever it may be, you're looking for a change. You're also more likely than not have some accountability issues, and you have a hard time doing it by yourself, which is completely okay. You also may be able to carry it out by yourself, but you have no clue how to program and make progress on your own. Think of it in this perspective. If you weren't physically able to mow your lawn, or you didn't have the time to mow your lawn, and you had a lawn care company come out to do it, would you pay them for it? If all of a sudden your roof started leaking and you weren't equipped to go up there and actually fix the job, you would pay a professional to do that, right? If it's the middle of the winter and something happens with your furnace and you have to call a professional that knows how to fix furnaces to fix the job, you're going to pay them for it, right? All those professions where you would call somebody to help you do something that you were not able to do yourself, personal training's no different. In most cases, $60 an hour for personal training, you're not even keeping $60, not even close. You work for a good gym where the owner cares about you and your ability to make a living, you're still going to keep about 80 to 90% of that, only having to pay a small split. A lot of commercial gyms out there are going to have you do all the work with these clients. They charge them hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, and they're going to say, hey, here's $20 for that session, $25 if you have a lot of certifications. Basically, you do all that hard work to only keep 40 to 50% of your income in most of these training facilities, and you still have to pay tax on that. Knowing all the info that I'm giving you about personal training and what splits you typically keep in a gym, you're really okay with only $60 an hour, knowing you're only keeping a third of that? You're okay with having to work 25 to 30 plus floor hours a week just to barely squeak by and still have to do extra time on the side planning sessions? Because best case scenario, if you were working 30 sessions a week, assuming they were all hours, and you kept 50% of that, you're still not making that much money. $900 before taxes and probably a little over $7 after. This day and age, knowing the problems that I'm actually capable of solving, you couldn't get me out of bed for that rate. If you're a personal trainer that's trying to make it more than a couple years in your career, make sure that you're actually charging your worth, because if you don't, you're going to be burnt out and you're going to hate your job. And if you're somebody out there in the future that has a major need for personal training, maybe you're trying to get better competitively at something, get a new skill, or just get out of chronic pain that you're in all the time, then understand that there's value to that service. Especially if you've tried thing after thing after thing to no success, and then there's a professional out there that's actually equipped to help you solve that problem. All I know is that if I was in serious need of that, and that meant that I had to pay a premium to a trainer that could help me solve that problem that I could not solve on my own, I would do it in a heartbeat. Even if that meant I had to reprioritize what I valued spending, like not buying coffee every day, not getting takeout